Lever one. It's your #1 dad, Patrick Klepek, coming at you, ready to check out some Nioh. The new game from Team Ninja. It's been development, as some people in the chat have been pointing out, for the better part of 10 years, I think. I don't know how long this version has been in development, but it is a very Dark Souls inspired game for a lot of reasons. If you're unfamiliar with it, if this is your first time checking out Nioh and you're going, hey man, that seems a lot like Dark Souls. Well, that's because it's a lot like Dark Souls. I'm a couple hours into the game. I've fought 3 bosses. And I'll kind of walk you through some sort of the structure of the game. I'm about halfway through, or I don't know. I'm partway through one of the stages. These are the equivalent of bonfires. They're shrines. Cool part about Nioh, yo, look at those froggy dudes, those fungi dudes hanging out. I guess I should clarify, I'm playing on a regular PlayStation 4, not a PlayStation 4 Pro. Nioh has a lot of customization options when it comes to graphic options, and runs apparently significantly better on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Alright. So, these are the equivalents of the bloodstains in the Souls games, except that you can fight them, right? So, let's see. We got 32, 31. So those swords kind of tell you the difficulty of who you're going to fight, and you can summon them. Okay, well, if you'd like to get some loot. So you'll see, I kind of had that, as you attack. Okay. You see those kind of like white things around you? That's called ki. Ki. It's basically your stamina. And you can recover it. Sort of like in the way in Bloodborne that if you attack, you can recover your health by being aggressive and attacking. You can sort of recover your stamina. Okay, well this guy is hurting me. I don't appreciate it. Switch to my axe. See if I can break him. Almost did. What's up, man? Take a shuriken. Hi-ya! So these are optional battles that apparently, from what I understand, presuming I beat this guy. Yeah, so you gain 18 glory. I got some armor that you can do a couple different things with armor. You can turn it in here. You can make an offering at the shrine, which will get you more experience points. You can sell it at a blacksmith. Well, at a blacksmith you can do a lot of things. You can scrap it for parts. You can sell it. You can use it to forge it with a different. The long and short of Nioh is that it's a lot like Dark Souls with a ton of extra options. Like it really goes into some really in-depth customization directions. Like for example, you have different stances in Nioh. High stance. Let me take out my weapon. See, high stance, medium stance, low stance. Wow, that did not do a lot of damage. There we go. I guess maybe he's blocking when he's holding that up. As some people might point out, this game has a lot of UI. My webcam is blocking in the corner. Bottom right, what you're not currently seeing is... Okay. Well, I baited that other guy by accident. You're not seeing the amount of gold I have. You're not seeing the stance that my character is in. But you can tell that visually. High, medium, low. So you see that kind of a glow that happens? That's because I'm tapping R1 right after you attack, which allows you see, like, beep, brings your stamina back up a lot faster than if you were to actually wait for it to recharge on its own. This game had a bunch of betas that were available on PS4. I didn't mess with any of those betas. I just kind of just waited for the final game to come out. Not for any particular reason. Just sort of, hey, I'll wait for other people to do the hard work, and then I'll just reap the rewards of the final game coming out. Like in Dark Souls, if you go to a shrine, you'll get some of your, all the enemies will respawn. Not all of them. Some enemies, like in Dark Souls, aren't permanent. Like you see those statue creatures, no longer there, but that little lizard at the end has returned. Let's see if I can level up. Yeah, I've got a decent amount. So I'm mostly specializing in swords and putting some points into axes. It's a little cut off my webcam with the text, but strength is the one that affects axes. So I'm basically maining swords, axes, and bows. So we've got bows right here. You can switch between two different ammunitions. That UI is also blocked. Unfortunately, there's not a great place to put the webcam in this game. Well, let's see if we can not bait this dude and just go to the next section. This looks like this is a boss. Okay. Alright, well, let's go with my sword. Let's go with medium stance. Let's give this boss a shot. Oh, hello. I'm not going to use any health the first time. Usually when I fight any boss, I try and avoid using up potions or anything like that, just because I'm trying to get a sense of what's actually happening in the fight. This is especially true in Nioh, because the health items you have are items that have to be... Ooh, blurry. That have to be farmed. As far as I know, you cannot purchase additional health items. I'm early in the game. Cal Guinness says, mini-maps should disqualify right away as a Souls-like, but it is very Souls. It's funny, I'm going to write a piece, hopefully tomorrow, that argues if people are young enough to remember playing Doom style, Doom back in the 90s, essentially every shooter, or lots of shooters that came out after Doom, were called Doom clones, and then eventually it just became a genre. And one of my hunches is that, yes, you could look at Nioh and say this is a Souls clone. Or you could start arguing that games like Lords of the Fallen, Nioh, are treating Dark Souls as a genre and then building off that and doing their own thing with it. Sometimes more successfully than others, sometimes less, more or less derivative than others, but that it is possible that the Souls games have essentially establish itself as a genre that developers can play with. And the advantage of that is that that was about as bad as you could do walking into a boss fight. Not good. Pro tip to Patrick: maybe don't stand in front of that boss's gullet and let him take you out. Okay. Look, I just wanted my guardian spirit. Alright, so it seems like you gotta move a lot in this fight. The lightning strikes, they hurt. Let's see, I probably have... lightning charm, which is actually going to help me at least take down some of the damage. The armor I have on, some people were asking about it. So I have a specific armor set on, the legendary strategist, and what in Nioh, you get bonuses if you stack certain types of armor. So you can see here, 2 pieces, you get damage reduction up to 1%. You can sense enemies better. 3 pieces, treasure sense, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I've been messing around with crafting and things like that, so I decided, why not go with the legendary strategist? Because, I mean, that's what I often call myself, the legendary strategist anyway. Okay, that's... So I didn't mean to go in the center there, but I'm still getting used to the differentiation between the sword and the axe. Alright, so that different game over means that you lost your items, you know, so I didn't recover what I had before, and now it is gone. So that thing, the cat, let's call it Guardian Spirit. Okay. Ooh. Please. Please. Okay. I'm not sure if a legendary strategist is someone that gets their ass beat by this giant tiger. You can also do some cool things in this game. So you see, like, the fact that you can see the stamina on an enemy. You can weigh, you know, you can get things like that down. So you see, now it's 0, he falls to the ground, which allows me to do sort of a high-powered attack there. There are other items you can use to manipulate the key of enemies so that you can try and put them in a weakened state. My stamina will deplete faster. Wow. Okay. If I'm in those sort of like gray portals you'll see there. Well, that went right through me. Okay. So, I'm not having the greatest amount of luck fighting from the front. But I'm gonna, you know, this is the part of the Souls boss experience where you are trying to see what you can get away with. All right. You know, my usual sort of, maybe you should have been blocking, dimwit. Is that I try and fight a boss where I can get it to about half health. And if I get it to half health, then I'm willing to start using my healing items. Just because I'm a little more picky about using them in this game. Because you're going to have to scrounge for them. You know, you can equip items that make the drop rates happen more quickly. You can also sacrifice... when you sacrifice items to the shrine, you actually can get random drops from the shrine. And those random drops do include elixirs. AKA health items. Okay. Man, that... Yeah, I see. I see. You got me. You got me. I could try stunning him with an arrow to start. Switch to my more powerful one. What's up, buddy? That didn't work. Note to self. Did not stun dude. There's a lot of damage. But I do quite a bit of damage too, and so, you know, it's also like worth remembering I'm not using any of my health items, so I actually don't feel too discouraged with each of these deaths. The previous fight that I was in was, whew, buddy. That was no joke. I'll just, come on, man. Just throw these samurai. Seems like you want to just keep moving. Like if you can bait him, seems like you want to try and bait him into doing his electric attack with his face. And if he's doing the electric attack with his face, you're getting free hits. Each time. It's hard to tell if I'm able to trigger certain ways of him attacking. Okay. 3, 4. Probably should have been blocking. I feel like this boss, I think I'm going to stick with my sword. I'd like it to be a little bit faster. You know, some of the trick to these types of bosses, and I just mean this in the sort of the larger soul sense, is like, you know, can you trigger certain ways of them hitting? You don't do that immediately. If you kind of, you know, hug them in a certain direction. 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4. Dude, now I'm stunned there. You'll see that's the... obviously one of the consequences of... Okay. I was not moving fast enough. I mean, I was having a pretty decent run there. I think I feel a little more proficient with the sword. So it seems like your best opportunities for attack are when the boss is doing sort of like his electric breath. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was just... okay. So when he finishes that circle, it seems like then he triggers another one of his lightning strikes. And you have to be on the move. I was reading a Kotaku piece today talking about Nioh. I apologize for not knowing the author. I believe it might have been Heather Alexandria, in which they discussed that part of what makes Nioh sort of unique when you're talking about these sorts of games is just how important positioning is. Oh, whoa, okay. Okay, that didn't seem to cause one of those lightning strikes. 2, it was just 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'm having a pretty good run here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I almost got his stamina down. I think I'm gonna go for it. Miscounted. In my head, I thought that was the 4th one, so then I was safe to go in for the hit. I'm also, as someone in the chat pointed out, completely forgetting to do key pulses. Key pulses where you're... excuse me. It's where you're tapping R1 in order to recover your stamina. And they're totally right. I'm completely forgetting... to do that. 2, 3. Whoa. Okay. That's never... So there's a move where he throws himself against... or she. I don't want to judge what this monster might be. If I hit that little... if I tickle that monster in the belly with my sword... Seems like that does some serious damage to him. Okay. Yep, that's just you are bad at video games. Thank you, tiger friend. Oh, Jesus. Yep. Yep. So, one of the moves I haven't used, or one of the abilities you have that I haven't used is called a living weapon. So that's, you know, with that. This dude is 2, 3, 4. Whoa. Hey, it seems like a lot happens if you can hit this guy in the face. Get away, get away, get away. 2, 3, 4. Come on. Ah! Delusion Noodle? Is this on a Pro or Vanilla PS4? Vanilla PS4. I had to choose between two things I was going to do in the next couple of months. Was I going to purchase a PlayStation 4 Pro or a Nintendo Switch? I decided to go with a Nintendo Switch. As much as I love a Pro, it's just not something I could really justify the money. I'm hoping after tax time that maybe... Yeah, okay. Kind of a jerk move from a distance. Yeah, okay. If you're able to collide with his face... Two, three, four... Okay, nope. Ah, get out. Get out. We're gonna give it a shot. 2, 3, 4. Oh. What, do you just like roll over when you do that? Two, three, four. Ah! Jerk move. Okay. Okay. Okay! I forgot that I gotta dodge that stuff. I forgot that you have to dodge things. Let's look back at some of our skills. Not sure any of them are gonna help me right now. I wish I knew how to dodge things better. It would help me fight this boss. Nope, not up. All right, I'm losing my. So this boss creates a lot of these gray pools, and those gray pools reduce your stamina. The stamina makes it more difficult to do anything you want to do in this game. And if you execute what's called a key pulse, which I think is a perfectly timed. One of those like stamina regenerations. Okay. And you can dispel those pools. If I'm getting how key pulse works wrong, I believe it's just perfect timing. If that is incorrect, I would appreciate clarification from someone in the chat. I'm clearly not getting key pulse off. Yeah, oh yeah, so I'm doing that right. I guess you could, increase your ability to kind of destroy the stamina suckers. Okay, screwed that up. Screwed that, yep. Let's see. I think I have. Let's maybe practice the key pulse. I think that might be key in order to doing this. So let's make sure I can do the key while guarding. Right. Let's see, I have different Stance activates to recover 4 key kills. Attack. Those use key pulses even when dodging. So I have that. Let's see if it's cover mechanism. I feel like this boss is testing you on your ability to sort of understand how to use the key pulse. Alright, so... got this dick up there shooting stuff at me. Alright, so there, I got it. So there I'm too late. I want him to make another one of those tools. Because if the pool exists, then you can definitely tell if you're getting it off right, I guess. So when you do see, you'll see there, like, you're still sucking it up, but I don't think I'm quite, like, that's different. Timing is just rough. I mean, I think that's what's kind of frustrating about it. Is the timing on your ability to... I just feel like that timing is going to be something that you just develop as you play hours and hours of the game, and right now, just maybe not great at it. So I guess what's the ability to do key pulse while dodging? Is that just a passive skill? The one that's down here? Do I have to equip that? Let's try the boss. I mean, I don't know. I was doing the, not really doing anything different. The arc of a Dark Souls boss, where you were doing far better when you first started playing. Oh, buddy. At least I'm right around the corner from this boss. Alright, let's back off. 2, 3, 4. I didn't even know that was an attack. We're going to take that as a positive. We're going to take that as a positive. That we discovered a new attack from the boss. How cool is that? I didn't even know that boss could do that. Listen to my Dark Souls rap. Nioh! It'd be good if you, Look at me dispelling them. So that's okay. So I'm getting the timing. You don't have to do it all the time. In fact, sometimes when you're distanced from the boss, you can clear some of the pools. My buddy's caught in there. Great. Block. Nope. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so one of the things I need to start doing is, like, just chilling out, waiting for my opportunities. Like, what I'm not doing is, like, so obviously there are two ways to really mess with this boss. Which is to hit him in the face when he's doing the lightning breath attack, and the rare opportunity when he affords you a chance to tickle his stomach. Which I had there and then missed it. So maybe I should just stop trying to even go in for the attack. Just chill. Wait for him to give me the attack that I want. And stop trying to be so aggressive. I keep missing the keep hole. Alright, I think I'm onto something here. 2. Why did I stop? I want to shoot you in the face, Nioh! Alright. I feel like I've got my tactic now, though. I feel better. I'm feeling confidence surge within me. Oh, distance, bro. Chill pill, chill pill, chill pill. Remember the half-life rule. No poison, no poison. 2, 3, 4. Ah! Okay. I've got this. Like, now we're just waiting for the run. Like, I feel, like, confident about my strategy. I've let the strategy come to me. 2, 3, 4. Not cool. You know, you can do a key pulse off 1, Patrick. You don't have to. You don't have to do 2. Well, that wasn't very nice. I thought I had you up against the ropes there. On the plus side, I've unlocked my living weapon. When you become a living weapon, you become invulnerable for a period of time and can do a ton of damage. So, it's something to remember for. Three, 4. I feel like that was some bullshit, Nioh. I feel like I had that one. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Ah! Ah! 2, 3, 4. I don't know why I get so close. Then you're just opening yourself up to that attack. One, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Gotcha! I got you, Trashy. I'm ready to take you out. Oh! 2, 3, 4. Woo! Dark Soul! Nioh! 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 I might have just really freaked everyone out with what I just did. So, if you hit triangle and circle at the same time, you can do something called Become a Living Weapon, which is where you transform into, like, your familiar. There are different types of familiars. That one that I have is an aggressive one. There's another one that's a defensive one. And a third one that I'm not totally sure what it does. When you beat a boss, instead of getting a boss soul, you get a bunch of loot. One of the things that's interesting about Nioh is that you have familiarity with different weapons. And so, as you use a specific type of weapon, the higher you rank up with it, the more, I think, experience, animeta, or whatever, ameta, whatever they're calling it in this game, is dropped for using that weapon. So you're kind of rewarded for having a familiarity. And if you find a specific type of weapon with specific type of stats that you really like and don't want to give up, you can actually forge that with another weapon, I believe keep all of the stats and still level it up without giving up the thing that you like about it. And also, yeah, you just get so much stuff in this game. You're constantly cycling through it. Like, you never get too attached to anything. Oh, wow. Okay, no, wait. I was like, hand cannon. Of course that's more powerful. So, like, for example, if I like this longbow and the special effects I get it, which are probably better than this longbow, right. So these effects aren't that great, but it's technically got a 7-point differential on attack. I can forge it with my rare longbow and keep that stuff. Alright, so then that ends the mission. I've already explored all this area. Or maybe that doesn't end this mission. Hi. What's up, creepy man? Are you hiding any loot? Oh, yes, you are. I don't need any more sacred water. Small spirit stone. You can use that to get more experience. Speak. Hello. Look at my sweet face. That dude is serious. You are very thankful. I'm... Hello. I'm not even reading the text. I got the gesture, sorry. Where's the sorry? Okay. Sorry. Oh. Okay, see ya. Oh, wow. Yeah, this never happens in Dark Souls. Oh, there's a whole nother area. Okay. Doesn't seem to work now. I'm sorry for this stream. Alright, we got another shrine. Let me through. The Dark One. Is this game autosave after you kill the boss, or is this as sadistic as a Souls game? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. So watch, like, so if you've got, you know, a bunch of stuff you want to get rid of. Got a bunch of this armor. Get out of here. So that gives me, you know, some of that. Oh, I got an elixir. I got a health power up. So, you know, you can, there are so many different things you can mess around with the loot you get. Like, loot becomes its own currency because it can be broken down into individual components, which can be used to forge new weapons. It can be offered to a shrine, which can get you both experience and items. It's just, there's such a depth to everything you can do in this game. Not to mention, you know, if you hadn't noticed before, there are skill trees for every single weapon type. In addition to magic, which I only have a little bit of, and like stuff where you can throw shurikens. There's just, it's a lot to wrap your head around, where sometimes you can spend half an hour just going through menus, sort of figuring out what you, like where to change your focus in. So even, yeah, there's the other guardian spirits that you can switch to, but I like the one that I'm working with. Oh yeah, I should. Nope, I need to use an item. Actually, the offerings I made probably should have allowed me to level up. No? Cyrdain asks, how many hours is this? Not very many. Maybe 5, 6. I do like my guardian spirit. Yeah. I don't know if that's gonna be a crutch. Maybe I shouldn't be like using that or getting used to it, but it's, you know, I want to try and use the things that are unique to this game. What's up, Cap? I don't need to be such a jerk about it. Alright, that was just a double whammy. Not very nice. Not very nice. So you can see just how much loot you are constantly dealing with. I will say the game is very effective. One of the things, a pet peeve of mine in loot games is not making it completely obvious at all times what you should be doing with the loot, whether it is going to help you, whether it's going to hinder you. And it's shocking how many games cannot get the basics of loot UI down. And this game gets it down pretty well. You have a couple different options when it comes to sort of ranged weapons. You know, I'm specializing in a bow, but there are guns. There are guns for guns. Now, well, they're not guns for guns, but if you like to use guns, there is a gun option. That was just... Gotta make sure to use all my extra techniques. Also, so I find, you know, I'm sure this will stop being the case as I continue to play more, but I forget to use my additional techniques because I'm used to kind of a Souls game where you're just sort of like tap, 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 tap. So, like, you'll notice there that I was able to knock both of them down because that's with a square, square, triangle. I can do a pretty baller. Whoa! Whoa! What the F? I thought the trigger was over there! What's the trigger? What makes that thing fire arrows? Is it just random? Get on the ground. Let me shove my sword in your throat. Get on the ground. Let me shove my sword in your throat. Okay, I'm pretty sure I was behind a wall. Alright, what if we do this? Now you trigger that, and I want you to get hit by those arrows. Come on. Not cool. Ignat. It's the name of my new heavy metal band, Ignat. Anyone familiar with the Souls game? Familiar with things like this? And so you can see, like, even when you die, you know, enemies are constantly dropping loot. So even when you are, you know, quote unquote failing to make progress, you know, you can always feel like you're okay. I'm getting, you know, I might get a great drop, or I'll be getting experience points that allow me to keep going forward. The game also seems pretty forgiving when it comes to running away from enemies. That has kind of been my experience so far. Wait for him to come around. He's got a helmet. No, that didn't. Get over there. Get down. Get down. Get down on the floor. Get down. Get down. Oh, I should switch off my my lightning or Omamori charm. Amarita, you're earned from yokai watches. Prayer bead. Oh, come on, yokai watch power. I like that you constantly find treasure chests that are already opened. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. To switch weapons, you have to hold R1 and... Oh! Brrr. Not cool. And you also have to remember, the techniques you unlock with one weapon do not necessarily translate over to the other. So in that case, I tried to hit square, square, triangle, thinking, I got you. I'm going to shove you to the ground. And as it turns out, I did not do that. Woo. This area is huge. There are flaming skulls, like in Doom. Got a prayer section over there. Was it right down here? Oh, okay, interesting. I'm gonna keep that in mind because I want to clear out where I came from before I go bothering with that. Again, that'll spawn enemies back into the area. There are also, I don't know if I want to spoil it. The way this game handles walls is, that's interesting. It is different than the way Dark Souls handles hidden walls. Shit! Come on, jerk. Get hit. Get hit. Ugh. Man, I really screwed up this fight. All over the place, Klepek. Which is really a sad way to try and pick a fight. Isn't that... What is the skill? With an axe. Oh, hold just trying. I'm hoping I'll reach some sort of natural conclusion over here. Oh, I wonder if this was the long way around? Yeah. This is where I was before. Okay. That's down there. These are all shut by some kind of power. Alright, so we've successfully cleared out this area as much as we can do, which makes us feel safe for sallying forth. Reminder, pick up your child. I have this daily reminder to go pick up my kid because I was afraid that not that I would like forget, but our daycare, or any parents that are familiar with daycare will be familiar with the concept that if you're late, they start charging you like extra for being late. And like, we're not talking about, oh, you know, 5 minutes. Like, who cares if it happens? Like you're looking at like, I don't remember what the ridiculous rate was, but let's just say it's something like $50 every 5 minutes. So I set a reminder very early, long before I have to go pick my daughter up, because I'm like terrified that I'm going to forget. Not because I won't think I won't get her, because I'm terrified of losing the money. Maybe my priorities are all messed up, but that's just the way my life is right now. You buy a house and then you're scared about your money forever. Level up. Not quite. So, alright, so you can tell the difference between the real and the fake ones. Oh! No! I refuse. I refuse. You can't play this co-op with people, and I believe there are co-op exclusive missions? Don't quote me on that, but I feel like that's true. There's also so many items in this game, and I don't use like any of them. Like, there are items that you can throw to no, screw it. I'm not gonna use one of my elixirs. There's items you can throw to mess with the stamina regeneration of enemies. There are items you can throw to enhance the stamina regeneration of yourself. There are items upon items upon items. What? Get out of here. These guys. So you send these little kiddos back to the shrine. I'll show you how they work. So as you can see, Kadama blessings. Basically, in like different areas, you can collect these Kadamas, and then you're not quite sure which one it's going to like rank into. So like when you find one hidden in the world, you can't pick which one it goes into, but you'll end up finding out. And so based on the ones that you find, that may influence the blessing you want to get. If you're trying to grind for experience, maybe you want to equip the one that gets you more experience. I'm always worried about having enough elixirs, so I like having my elixir drop rate at 25%. That also means like I can come back to this area and just sort of attack dudes. And ooh. And sort of, feel confident that I'm going to be able to get me some elixirs. Alright, so now I'm worried that in this area, not only am I going to have to deal with this jerk. Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Alright, wow. So I've not been properly using that kick technique. Whoop! And I've not been living my full life, people. Screw you. Full life is kicking dudes in the stomach and then stabbing them with your sword and being like, that's just the way it is. Da-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na. Hey! Hey! Where is that coming from? Who's throwing that? Oh, up there. I see you. I see you. May have used one of my more powerful arrows, but it's fine. What up? Let's axe it up. I'm David Axelrod. At least one or two people will get that joke. Yeah, maybe I just name all my axe characters that David Axelrod. Just really lean into it. Mega Ramy says, Patrick, why can't I throw my Twitch subscription at you? Because we don't need that here at Waypoint. We're good. We're cool. I appreciate it. If this was my personal channel that I was doing on my own time, I'd appreciate your support, but, we're good. Also, you can't, because we don't have that kind of Twitch stuff enabled on our Waypoint stuff. Hup. Chutzpah. Ooh, let's go up above. Someone's saying, who should I throw my subscription at then? Like, go find someone that's on Twitch that clearly doesn't have a large following, that maybe just got partnered, who would really appreciate it and could use the support of your couple of dollars. Tell them I sent you, but just go find someone that would really appreciate it. You know, I'm doing all right. You know, there are folks out there that are trying to get their foot out there, trying to get a foothold, trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain myself to you. Trying to get a foothold. There's also a lot of story in this game. There's a lot of story. And I find myself paying attention to almost none of it. Let's just do this. No reason to hold on to it till the boss. That's one of the things that, yeah, so your living weapon is always living. Once it's charged up, if you're not using it, like, there's just no reason to sit and hoard it. It comes back up, it charges up like as a meter. This is a labyrinth. I like barely remembered like where I am or where I'm going. Ah, okay. Doot, doot. So now I'm getting enough elixirs that they're getting sent to the storehouse at the brick house. So that's probably the direction of what I need to do. This game does have a mini-map. I feel like that's probably going to bother some people who would say that what is essential to a Souls experience is the sense of, you know, kind of misdirection, not knowing where you're going. Which is fine. I mean, I don't know if you can turn the mini-map off or not. I mean, I don't look at it that much. But I mean, I understand why someone would have that opinion and think that is critical. But that's also why I think it's interesting to think of Souls as genre rather than Souls as, you know, sort of... Oh, what? What? Get out of here, son. Ha ha ha! Struck it! Also, as someone points out, it is really more of a radar than a mini-map. Like, you can see, it doesn't tell you how to get around. It just kind of points you in the general direction if you're lost. Okay, so that is the equivalent of the crystal lizard. What's up, you big baby? Oh, I missed all those because I wasn't locked on. So I want to make sure I'm in a position to capitalize. Oh! Ow! Did he tear my leg out? It's unclear to me if they disappear or if they're always... I never even look at my loot. I just grab it all and deal with it later. Ah, okay. Alright, so we have successfully looped around. So we here. Oh, is that? Could head back in there to go where I need to go. I'm wondering if was there more stuff over there? I'm starting to think that I should have explored this little section a little more. I'm gonna have to shut down the stream in just a second. I was hoping to get to the next boss. I didn't mean to spend so much time on that one boss, but sometimes bosses be bossing. Tons of elixirs. Who wants elixirs? Do you need an elixir? I've got an elixir. You got an elixir. We all got elixirs. Oh! This guy gives no Fs. It's not clear to me sometimes how damage is doled out. I think there are multipliers where you're getting... This guy must have gotten cornered. It tells you what killed them. Oh, hey, look! Oh, this is great. We can do this before we leave. Alright. Look, so you see, that's a wall. It's a wall. So, Patrick, what do you do with the wall? It's a great question. It's a great question. You attack it. Ow. Come on. Move out of the way. Letting some of the fire just do my my business. Might actually kill him. Oh, that was a waste of a... Bye. So yeah, so the invisible doors in this game are enemies. It's incredible. I love it so much. It's such a weird, goofy thing. You know, it also means you just sometimes, you know, won't see them. They're kind of easy to miss. But then when you do find one, it's just, it's great. I love it. There are hot springs. Actually, this hot spring might be a perfect spot to bring this stream to a close. Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Nioh. I'd love to play some more. I'm gonna keep playing some more. Maybe we'll check in with me as I make more progress in this game. I'm gonna write a story tomorrow. Like I said, that my theory on this game is I bristled sometimes at the headlines of like, oh, it's Dark Souls, but with samurais, or it's a samurai Bloodborne. And I think that's true. I see the truth in that, but I think there's a deeper layer to it, which is that Dark Souls has now established a genre that developers are riffing off of. It's not just that Dark Souls was a specific type of action game. It's that Dark Souls has become its own foundation for other developers to work with, a framework. And I think Nioh builds on that, works within that, and the word clone is maybe not the most useful way to talk about games like this. So I'm going to be writing something that kind of extrapolates a little bit more about that on the site. So they'll either go up tomorrow or Friday. Thanks for watching. You find out more about Waypoint and all we're doing over at waypoint.vice.com. We will have Waypoint Radio on Friday morning. Thanks for watching. Let's watch me take off my clothes and go in this hot spring. Ooh. I like it. I feel the same way, buddy. Thanks everyone for watching, and let's cue the music. I'll see everyone real soon.